One more time. We back again, family. They let us do it one more time. We had some interesting. We had a good week this week. We had a couple of forums for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and they were small, private ones. Those are the ones I like. I get more out of the smaller forums than I do the larger ones. It's pretty cool when you can sit down and you can get that intimate interaction, that core interaction. You can get people's true feelings. When I get a group of people in a room, it's hard to get people first of all to open up and share how they really feel because they don't like to be challenged. And then a lot of times when it's a group of people, they want to hear other people before they speak. So a lot of times I like people to stand on what they believe, stand on your values. You stand on your truth if that's how you see it. Tonight's show, we want to go over a piece. My wife and I, we were sitting down with a couple. My wife grew up with this young lady, and she was with her man, and we were over to their house, and so a forum breaks out. It always does. It was turned into an intense conversation of communication. So we went into it, and we got into this piece. So I first want to thank them first for having that conversation. I want to thank them for sharing. I want to thank them for their views or how they saw things. And I know that they have their process and their program. They have a lifestyle, and that's working for them. So I just appreciate them sharing that, putting that on the table, and we unpacked some stuff, and we had some good communication. So hold on one second, good people. Yeah, so I didn't know exactly how to okay, there we go. Let me see it. Hold on, y'all. Okay, yeah, I'm back. So I didn't exactly know how to proceed because I didn't have enough time to get the structure for that particular topic. Okay. So when I do a forum, if you have a topic, we could take that topic and we can put it on the table and I'll use some resources. So if you go back to my channel, YouTube, the Clipper Dome Chronicles, we have a couple of videos that cover this topic, okay, that we're going to cover tonight. The topic we want to cover is gender roles, okay? So we want to be transparent and understand that this is a research based off heterosexual relationships, not in exclusion to the LGBTQI. That is not what we do. We don't compete. We have research, and we do what we do based off of the research that we have. Okay, so we'll make sure that we clear with that. It's not an exclusion of anybody. So we was having this conversation, and when we were talking about gender roles, and it was in a heterosexual context. So when they were talking and discussing it, I like to get people's views because when they unpack it, I like to see how people think because my information comes from everybody else. It's not my opinion. It's what people have taught me over the last 12 years and gathering this data and this information so that I can take it and bring it to the channel so we can share it and see if we can grow. So what we have on my channel is we have like our beliefs stronger than the truth. People can believe something, and the belief could be totally absent of the truth. The truth is usually something that could be as factual, that could be backed up with empirical evidence, and it can be proven. That is just in general what we say when we say truth. But a belief can be totally absent of the truth, and that's okay. You can believe because we need that in order to grow and move through our religious different the religious channels and beliefs that we have. So we need that belief in order to persevere through those processes. We have another one. It's called the facts versus the point. You can have a preponderance of facts, hands down, unequivocally, undeniable facts. But when you have facts, it must, of course, it must match the point. If it does not match the point, then it can make your facts, they can be deemed irrelevant. So now we're going to take on this gender role piece, and it won't take long tonight. I just want to sit this out here for a conversation. For those who don't believe in the gender roles, who think that everything should be equal, that's fine. I'm not here to debate that. I'm here to talk about the specific topic. If you think that there should be gender roles and how you might unpack that and how you might try to view that, because we try to move past what things are at the Clipper Dome Chronicles and get more into the how and the why. So we want to get more down to the core, and we want to leave that surface. Okay. So when we talk about the gender roles, I'll say, show me rules, and I will show you roles. I'm gonna say, show me rules, and I will show you roles. I think because we're in this feel good right now society, that's another video on the Clipper Dome Chronicles. If it doesn't feel good, If it's making you uncomfortable, that's another video. You have to become uncomfortable to become comfortable. If you're uncomfortable with something, then you can say you don't like it, and you could be dismissive, and you could dismiss it, and you could not intake that information. And that's not how I do it. I choose to stand on the truth and seek truth. So even if I don't like it, believe it, or understand it, I still engage myself into the depths of that conversation or that topic to see if I can grow from that. Is there something in there that I can use that could take me to the next level? So having this conversation with the couple, again, I want to thank them, man, because they did an excellent job, and we put that thing on the table, and we just had a ball with that, the other night. So um, when we are going through the gender roles, if you show me rules, I will show you roles. So I'll just take like a CEO of a company, of a Fortune 500 company. The CEO is going to be the leadership role, of course. They're going to have many people up under them, and they have to make the hard, tough decisions. Their job is to propel the company to make the business stronger and make the business grow. Okay, that is their role. If you are the COO or the CFO, then your job is to be up under the CEO. That is your role. You will usually take um your get your directives from your boss, from the CEO. So Don, we go to the area managers. They would take their direction from the CEO, the COO, the CFO, and the board and the like. They're above the people who are on the upper tier of the company. So on down to the supervisors, and they will go to the managers, and they will go to the team leaders, and they will go down to the employees just themselves. So each person has a role. Okay, so if you show me rules, I will show you a role. So if we go into nature, nature is one continuous cycle. It works harmoniously as one total piece, but it is comprised of many, many different individual parts, different compartments, different places, different aspects of that universal principle that makes up that universal law. That thing that makes nature go, makes nature gel together. We could take many different facets. Again, if you show me the rules, I will show you the roles. If we can go into traffic light, okay. The rules are: red means stop, yellow means slow down, green means go. So the rules to that, your role, if the light is red, your role in that is to stop. That is your position. That is where you are. If your light on the other side is green, of course, that means you can pass. That means that you can go, you can proceed. Those are the rules to the road. Show me rules, I will show you your role. So when we having these discussions with in our relationships with gender roles, I think we probably have taken it to bastardize it and stretch it. I think we stretched it, and I think now it has popped. I think people abuse things. I think if you learn how to use something, you won't have to be abused by it. I think we've taken it out of context. I think that most of the research that I have, for sure, hands down, unequivocally, most women do not want to lead. That does not mean that they can't. That was part of the conversation. My brother was speaking on that. There are periods and times in our history where women did rule, where women did have the reign of making they were the decision makers, okay, and they were over societies, villages, and the like. So women have ruled. That is in the minority in general. Globally, most women do not want to lead. Okay, that was my point in the conversation. And the the other side of that was he was saying that he doesn't believe in gender roles. So we were unpacking that. And so I was wanted to sit down, be able to let him get his facts, get his history, get everything put together, and have him call in, and maybe we could do something, online. And I think that'd be a beautiful exchange. But everybody is not, real active online, and may not want to, put their personal information and views out. And this is what I do. So I wouldn't have a problem at all. I'm gonna call the brother, see if he would come on out, see if we can have some, some intellectually stimulating conversation, and we could do this thing live, because he did have some good, strong points. And it will be a piece that we'll put together and let some people chime in, through the chat, and see if they can help us push that conversation. So it was just on gender roles. I know you all have had those conversations. If it's with your spouse, husband, wife, brother, sister, cousin, mother, auntie, grandmother, father, whatever. When you sit down with that, just understand that there are some historic perspectives that you could take, and then you can go down to individual societies, individual cultures, and you can unpack that. But you need to, again, the facts versus the point. If you're going to do individual societies, pick out the societies and make sure you're all on the same page with the point of these particular society, or this one particular society, or this culture or group. I was talking about the in general, and the brother was being specific. So we were both using our facts, but we had two different points. So what I would like to do is, if you're having that conversation, make sure that you're being specific with what the point is, so that you can have a fruitful intellectual conversation, and it won't be all over the place, and you can have much more enjoyment when you put it in its proper perspective, in its context. So that piece I just wanted to put out here tonight. Hopefully that could spark some conversations as far as the gender roles. And remember, we want to use that. We don't want to abuse that, because if you show me the rules, I will show you the roles. Okay, we want y'all to take this. We want you to test this. We want you to try this. Take it to the barbershop, or take it to the hair salon. Take it to the job, or take it to the church. Remember, you don't have to like it, believe it, or understand it. Sometimes you just have to respect it. This is the Clipperdome Chronicles. Thank you.